Hi there and welcome, and today I'm doing a video on things that we can actually do to help bring into existence the things that we would like to happen, because there's a lot been going on in the early part of the year in America. A lot of us were on the edge of our seat watching and waiting for things to change and to unfold with the leadership, and they haven't materialized. Well, I'm sure a lot of people are eager to actually take some kind of action, peaceful action, and I came up with a list of things for people to do just that, to be able to take action in a peaceful way to help the planet and help America, and to actually bring into existence the very things that we do want. I also would like to give a spiritual overview of what I believe has been happening with the planet. So I will explain all. So welcome back to Living on Planet Earth Hidden Truths. Today I'm looking at actions that we can all take in our everyday lives. There's peaceful action that will help bring about a better place to live on our planet, and hopefully the injustices of the world, bring them to light so that we can have some kind of closure on this whole episode and move forward, so humanity can in fact move forward in its ascension. I was following the events in America at the end of last year, the beginning of this year, and I was very much interested in Donald Trump, really. I thought Donald Trump was the man to take back control, and he was one of the good guys, and for all I know, he still is, and things are still running in the background, but the whole scenario with all these truthers and following people to find out what's really going on. And then later it just seemed that some of these people started to backtrack and suddenly do a 180-degree turn on some things they'd already said, and different things come out, and it's a little bit frustrating. And what the heck is going on? I understand that different things happen and that things don't go to plan, and you have to kind of go to plan B, go to plan C. But I think for the people that were following this and really wanted things to come to a head and were supporting, I think there needed to be something coherent and something solid to give to the followers to say, yes, this is really happening, because it felt to me as if we had a carrot dangling on the end of a stick. And was the whole process just made up? Just the danglers on the end of a stick and keep us thinking something's going to happen when it's not? I don't know. Anyway, this video is for people that want to take some kind of action, and they want to do some things, they want to get stuck in. And I think it's all part of being an individual. This is all part of being an individual. I think what a lot of this teaches us is, in fact, that, there needs to be leaders in the world. There needs to be people who offer guidance. But also, I think it's very important that we all take our individual action and we all stand on our own 2 feet and do the things that we feel are necessary for us to do. And I think this is a lesson really to say, come on guys, we should be doing things ourselves instead of waiting for others. And I know there's a lot of people are actually doing a lot of things in many different ways. But for anyone who, like me, I was caught out by some people, I was following some people, and now I don't follow them at all because of how they've changed their views. Some of the things just don't make sense. There's other information that's come to light. And so I'm just withdrawing from the whole thing. There is a lot of negative type frequencies on the internet, and you can go genuinely looking for information, but by uncovering information and listening to information, you can sometimes connect with that negative energy which I think is also being perpetrated on purpose to catch people out and to put people in a lower space. I think it's very important for us to stay balanced and stay in our own space, which is of a high vibration, whatever that is. And I think that really helps the planet. And really, I suppose that is why I've disconnected completely from listening to any of these reports about what's going on. I was doing a video, in fact, on the whole scenario, which I won't go into now. It just grew and grew into something bigger and bigger, and it just never seemed to have an end. And so I suddenly thought, well, I think there's a lot of people like me here who are just really getting a little bit fed up. And instead of waiting for something to happen, perhaps there is some things we can do to take action ourselves, and that's in a peaceful way. Then I decided that I would leave this other video and I'd make a new one. I came up with some things which I thought would help to support people in this process of trusting and doing our bit. You know, there are things that we can do to take action, to take peaceful action. So I came up with a whole list of things which I'm going to reveal today. So I basically, again, this was going to be a very quick video, and I came up fairly quickly with some things that we could do to take action in a peaceful way, really to keep ourselves balanced, and also things that we could do to take action if we want to help the whole planet move on in ascension, to move on with current events. And I came up with these things quite quickly, yet I was drawn then to other things in order to explain those things and why we need to do these things in a certain way. It's like there's a bit of a template for the people who are in a higher consciousness of how they can work and operate and stay balanced. But it does paint a really interesting picture about where we are, where the planet is, where the whole of humanity is now. Also, I just thought I'd pan back a bit from the whole planet, if you like, and to show, in my view, what is going on at this time with the ascension process. It's more of a spiritual kind of view. Let's face it, there's things going on all around the world which are all connected to this. But I just wanted to have a look at the spiritual overview of the whole topic, of the whole planet, so that hopefully this would give some other insight into what else is actually going on and why it's going on. So these topics that I was drawn to, that give the bigger picture, that give the guidelines as to how we can take action, there are 3 or 4, I suppose, which are quite distinct categories. And as I said, it's kind of grown a little bit. So I've splitting these videos up into different sections so that you can just do one. It's not just one whole hour and a half or whatever it is. But these little sections I'm doing, they are just brief overviews, really. I've just gone into them enough, I feel, to portray the information that I needed to show in order to bring out these conclusions. And from these conclusions, it gives a better picture of why things are happening now at the moment and about what kind of action we can take. It gives a kind of structure which seems quite helpful. And I hadn't realized these before. So that's what I'm going to do.